Friends, welcome. Two important issues. For a long time, we have been discussing about democracy, the way democracy should be, the type of things in democracy can happen and cannot happen or should not happen. 2 days back, a very disturbing event of national level, breach in the security of prime minister, took place. That is one part. More critical is road was blocked as shown by the TV media by parking vehicles in front of moving vehicles, and some demonstrators were running on the sides as if trying to do something mischievous. This event has been noted, reported, and all type of statements have been made. Some unscrupulous leaders who were actually no leader but by chance have become leaders say that it was a gimmick by prime minister to gain cheap popularity. But majority, more than 99% of sensible people have said that it was not just a breach, but it was a planned misactivity which can be called a sajish or intentional misdeed. This is something which needs a national consideration. Is this politics? Is this democracy? Are the leaders supposed to talk, behave, and act in this particular way? Can democracy survive with this type of leadership and people in the nation? This is even more disturbing because it happened in a border state close to Pakistan. Some say it was just about 10 kilometers or 15 kilometers away from Pakistan border. But border state by itself with disturbed elements trying to ask for breakup of the nation or trying to destroy the unity of the nation. When such people are involved, it becomes a matter of not just concern, but a very deep concern. Similar events had happened in other border states, which are on the other side of the nation, but those were ignored. And today, this area, which is probably shown as violent, very, very energetic, violent people, is the cause. People can become energetic and violent everywhere. Those who have taken law in their hand should not forget that there are others who have not taken law in their hand, who are law abiding, but maybe probably more powerful or more with strength, inner strength, than the so called unsocial anti national elements. The point is, government has a great duty at this time. One government failed, but the center should take care and bring all such people to books. Unscrupulous leaders making remarks about the character of the prime minister or behavior of prime minister should be booked. They have been allowed to go free in the name of Andolan, and result is today that they think they are great leaders. I do not want to give them names, but I am sure people understand and people will assign suitable names to such people. Society needs to protect against such people and work out a solution which will be a stable, peaceful, developing society. India today is in a dangerous state. We first lost CDS, whatever excuses may be given, but a person of that stature getting lost in an air accident, that too in a vehicle, air vehicle, which was supposed to be very secure, speaks volumes. Now, the roadblock of the highest authority of the nation, President, of course, is the supreme, but Prime Minister is the working highest body of the nation. If it can happen with Prime Minister, what will happen to the common man, to the ordinary citizen? Therefore, the question now is what should be the form of democracy? What should be its structure? What should be the rules to curtail behavior of irresponsible, senseless leaders who, in the name of politics, in the name of leadership parties, get away with all type of obnoxious, unlawful behavior. Nation should think about it and work out. We again say the party politics with multi-party system beyond certain number, if not 2, 3, more than that is crowd, they will cause nuisance. Therefore, the first step the politicians, the leaders, the planners, the thinkers, the philosophers should think, should not the number of parties be limited in the nation? Limited with democratic, maybe communistic, and maybe one opposition. That's the end of it. There should not be any more parties. After that, anyone who thinks is a great leader, has a great energy, should come and join one of these and show the prowess. Second part, education, which is a tool of making minds. Today, the institutions are literally taken for a ride. Students have become wanton. Majority wants to study, but there is a group in the name of student politics who disturbs the institution and academic activities. These are the people who will become the leaders of tomorrow, and obviously, such leaders will be the type who are making loose remarks today. Therefore, education needs to be relooked at. Can we not make education a more enlightened democratic system where the values, ethics, norms are given proper weightage, taught in the classes and in practice? Unlawful should be removed. In fact, if necessary, like we have the universities for physical activity, we can have universities for political activities. Let most or nearly all academic universities do academic job, and some universities be created in the name of political universities for lawful or unlawful, whatever the people want, and do it in those places and those universities and not in the universities which are dealing with proper academic and character building of the student. If education can be corrected, if education can be enlightened, if education can be made academic and development oriented, the future leaders will also be ethical, lawful, law abiding, responsible leaders. Most of these leaders who are creating nuisance today come from the background where the law is not given due place. There, people think They are the end to themselves and they can do whatever they feel like. Therefore, our humble submission to the whole society, not only in India but all over the world, is please create institutions which ensure happiness, survival of law abiding, and punishes unlawful so that they do not take the nations, the people, the institutions for a ride. If this cannot done, world will lead to what used to be the rule of Rakshasas, rule of unlawful, rule of dacoits like in the Chambal in India it used to be. That type of character will develop in the nation and it cannot be called a democracy. Therefore, for democracy to sustain, democracy to survive, democracy to prosper, and contribute to the development and growth of the people, let it become the home of leaders who are ethical, moral, people oriented, law abiding, nation building, and spiritually good people and not Rakshasas, as it seems to be happening today. Thank you very much. God bless all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.